How to set up your adventure bike for your height. Ergonomics is all about maximising your comfort and control while riding. Riders come in all shapes and sizes, so manufacturers aim for the middle ground. But short or tall riders usually suffer. And no, this photo is not photoshopped. The most bizarre ergonomics we've seen is on the Suzuki DR650, which needed an entire video aimed at fixing it. We will be using our AJP PR7 in this video. Ergonomics involves many factors, but the big three form a triangle: your foot pegs, handlebars and seat. Generally, short riders will want a smaller triangle, tall riders will want a larger triangle. Let's start with foot pegs. Shorter riders usually find the stock setup is fine, but taller riders can benefit from foot pegs that are lower and further back. Fastway foot pegs are excellent in this respect, as you simply reverse this part. These work well on the PR7 as the foot pegs are a bit higher than usual to make room for that rally exhaust. I also moved the heat shield back to ensure my boots would not melt on the exhaust pipe. Risers and handlebars. Again, shorter riders usually find stock handlebars are okay, but tall riders like me can get a sore back from hunching over so much when standing on the foot pegs. There are many types of risers, but I personally find ROX pivoting risers work well, as you can move the handlebars forward. How far? Well, imagine a line formed by your front forks, then adjust your pivoting risers and bars until your hand grips are in line with the forks. This will lead to quicker steering. If it is too quick, then move your bars toward the rear until you find a good compromise. You usually shouldn't go too tall with your risers, as you have less control when sitting. But I use the ROX 2-inch risers because my spine fracture and height mean I can't stand for long with smaller bar risers. The seat. Shorter riders often have the option of buying lower seats if available. Otherwise, you can take your existing seat to an upholsterer and have it reshaped. If you like the do-it-yourself approach, remove your seat cover and shave off enough foam to get the desired seat height. Then use a heavy-duty stapler to put your seat cover back on. Tall riders, you can easily make your seat higher by adding foam under your existing seat foam, then buy an aftermarket seat cover that is big enough to staple on. But generally, all the tall riders I know are happy with foot pegs and risers used with the stock seat. I should mention the AJP PR7 seat is amazing, so comfortable. There is a lot of padding, which would provide the option of shaving the seat foam lower. What else? Hand levers. These should be level or only slightly angled down. The ideal is to focus on only using one finger for your clutch and front brake levers, so that you have maximum grip on the handlebars with your remaining fingers. If you move your levers in, you can get better leverage. If you have short fingers, then hopefully you have adjustable levers that can be moved closer to the handlebars. We especially like the Midwest levers, which are shortened specifically for one finger use. The clutch lever uses extra leverage to make the clutch pull easier too. It works really well on the PR7. The rear brake lever. Similar to your hand levers, this should be horizontal or only slightly angled down. Some riders who sit a lot have their brake lever far too low, and then it's hard to use when standing on the foot pegs. Gear shift lever. Of course, you can move this up or down to suit. Occasionally, if you have a small or large foot, you may need to buy a shorter or longer gear lever. The AJP PR7 is quite strange in this respect. It's a very long gear lever, which is great for tall riders like me, but generally too short for many. Apparently the gear lever from the SWM RS650R works well for the average foot size. Lowering your bike. This is a good solution for shorter riders. If you have linkage rear suspension, the budget option is to just buy a lowering linkage kit which drops the rear of the bike. If you have a PR7, there are 40mm lowering kits from Sportax, 30mm from CPD, and a combined 25-40mm option from OV Moto. Then, at the front, you simply loosen your triple clamp bolts and slide your fork legs up roughly the same amount. This generally works well in most cases, but it does change the dynamics of your motorbike's handling to some extent. Everyday riders probably won't notice this. However, you can also have your rear shock and front forks professionally shortened at a much higher cost. See our video about motorbike setup for shorter riders. Steg Pegz. If you like to stand on the foot pegs a lot, these are a great way to reduce strain on your upper body, especially in rough terrain or when accelerating. If you are young and fit, you probably don't need them, but as you get older, these are a godsend. Windscreens. One rider may find a windscreen perfect, another rider will hate the wind noise and buffeting. It all depends on your height and whether you have clean air or turbulent air hitting your helmet. Some manufacturers, like BMW, get around this by having lots of adjustments, but many windscreens like the PR7 are fixed and you don't have too many options. A visor added to the top of the windscreen may be enough to direct turbulence away from your helmet. You can also put extensions on the side of the screen. Feeling adventurous? Try making your own. I love the $5 garbage bin windscreen for the DR650. You simply cut the plastic, bend it, screw it on. I'll be attempting something similar for the AJP PR7 soon. See our video about windscreen setup. A final note, mirrors might not really be part of ergonomics, but we love the double take mirrors. Very easy to adjust while riding. You can fold them in when the terrain gets rough. They are indestructible. So, do you have more tips concerning ergonomics? Let us know and we'll put these in the pinned first comment. We will be doing more vids about the PR7 mods too. Stay tuned.